I can't start it. Why? Abi, has it started already?
No, I haven't started.
Are you able to start? No.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. See if you can record from your end. I can't record from my end.
Okay. I think I can start the meeting from here. I think we started. I think it's recording. The recording has started. Many
Yes,
people.
yes, yes. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. I know how short the notice was, but one thing with information is it's not just having information, but the ability to make use of this information and apply them. Several people have had different information, but they've not been able to apply it, and because of that, they've been in one spot for a long time. So this evening, I would like you to join our guest. I'll still give him time to introduce himself, but I think I met him in a data community where we were talking about projects and what we do. And I saw that he was doing brilliantly well in Upwork. And Upwork is a place I struggled with. I got a few gig on Upwork, and now I've not done more than 8,000 US dollars worth of projects. So okay, instead of learning from him alone, even at that time, they didn't have time for because of numerous. Instead of learning from him alone, I decided he should come and speak to us, and he has done that humbly, even without charging anything. So, not like he has all the time, no, but it's all about making impact. So this evening, I would like to give us your maximum attention. Go over them. We'll send it to everyone that has read it. So welcome our guest, Mr. Sheriffdeen Abatan, a data analyst and an Excel expert. So, Mr. Sheriffdeen, I pardon me if I didn't pronounce your name well, but thank you.
Oh, you did great. You did great. No problem.
You have the floor. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, wherever you are, and happy Children's Day in advance. So I don't know if we have any children among us here. So you should spend tomorrow with your parents. So they will entertain you well for Children's Day and spend the holiday with them. Uh so we'll get started straight ahead because we don't have much time. We already know we are quite busy adults. So adulthood is not easy. So you can go and spend Children's Day with your parents tomorrow. At least escape from adulthood for the next 24 hours tomorrow. So welcome to this live, how will I call it, to this session. So where we just want to share one or two insights. As data professionals, we understand that it is not easy landing, getting jobs. The gig economy in general is quite competitive. We know that when you start trying to get jobs on the internet, you know already that you are not competing within your country alone. You are competing globally with Indians, with Pakistans, with the US. You know, the world as we see it has changed a lot. So welcome to this session where I'll be sharing you some of my insights or technique that I've used or to actually become, I won't say fully successful, at least I I've been able to uh found myself as a successful person on the upper platform. There are other people quite quite successful than me that I actually look forward or look for up to them for learning. I quite follow a lot of professionals on Twitter. On the internet is amazing. You don't need to meet people. And funny enough, none of us have actually met. Even the organizer that reached out to me, we've not met in person, but we've been able to communicate, share ideas, share inputs within or all over the internet without seeing each other physically. They get it now. So welcome to this profitable freelance career for data professionals. She already said, my name is Sheriffdeen, but you can call me Sheriff. So I'll be sharing some of my insights on how to navigate the gig economy in general. I won't say Upwork alone because Upwork is a means to an end. Upwork is just one way to make money on the internet. There are various ways to make money as a data professional, as a consultant. So whatever you want to call yourself, as long as you are within the data community, the data space, the data professional is pretty wide. Like we've not even started scratching the surface yet. Do you get it now? So if you are ready with me, can I just see can I go ahead and start? Maybe one person should just say one or two things, so I won't be the only one just speaking. So I try to make this section as interactive as possible. Okay, I can see Evans giving us a thumbs up over there. Thank you, Evans. Uh, Abdullah, Peggy, Francisca, are you ready? Are you with us? All right, so we can just go ahead and share what we have for us today. So I'll just start by doing some theoretical or introduction. You get it now, and kind of like move to the practical aspects just to make it more interesting. As we all know, as we are all aware that the world is changing, and the question is, are you also changing? As you can see, so that's the question we need to ask ourselves. Are we still trying to use our forefathers' ideology, our forefather way of work to keep working? You get it now. We have things like artificial intelligence. We could see that not few weeks ago ChatGPT 4 is now introduced again. There's been an update to it where you can interact with ChatGPT. Do you get it now? And so forth and so on like that. There's also the digital transformation. The way we work has changed also. You can actually work within the four walls of your room. You don't have to graduate from the university and start looking for work, submitting CV physically. You can actually submit CV within the internet. They get it now. The gig economy, and this is where we want to focus on today, which is called freelancing. But the gig economy is quite expensive and extensive and wide. You get it now. There's also what we call the creator economy. This is one of the economy that is you can actually learn anything. This is the creator economy right now. We are trying to make you are making use of some component of the creator economy, trying to host a session online with video conferencing, with video and audio. And you can see if I put on my video right now, you can actually see me um real time. Do you get the idea now? So that is the creator economy. We have major impacts like online courses, university. You can now go to university online within the creator economy. You can see how big, how wide this digital transformation, the world is changing now. And the question is same thing as, are you changing also? Do you get it now? So these Upwork reports for last year, we're in 2024. I think this is the second quarter of the year, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm a huge fan of Upwork because that is where I got introduced to earlier, as during the onset of my freelance career. Actually, I also started with Upwork and Fiverr. We know Fiverr has its own up and down. They usually suspend Nigerians a lot. But I think I actually reached out to them on Twitter. I complained. They told me there's nothing they can do about it, that blah 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 stuff like that. But that's by the way. But I was actually able to stick with Upwork, follow their terms and conditions. Upwork has rules. They are very, very strict. I think Upwork is more strict than Fiverr in the real sense. Upwork, I think Fiverr is now trying to copy some Upwork features recently. I actually saw some updates on Twitter the other day where Fiverr is trying to introduce some of the features that have been with Upwork over the years. You get it now. So in the US alone, Upwork reported that in 2023 that in the US alone, they actually conducted a survey, and the survey revealed that 38% of the US workforce engage in freelance work, which is now contributing to 1.3 trillion US dollars to the economy. Look at imagine 38% of the US. That means not all the whole US population are actually freelancers. That means there are other freelancers within the world, all over the globe, that are also on the Upwork platform. We have Indians, we have Pakistan, we have Nigerians, we have freelancers all over the world. So imagine if you're a freelancer on the Upwork platform, you're actually helping the US economy because most of the time you work with clients outside your country. I personally, I don't like working with Nigerian clients within the Upwork platform. Do you get it now? I prefer working with freelancers or clients rather in other part of the world because I kind of find it more interesting and more challenging to work with them. So the end goal is that we're actually contributing to the development of those countries. Imagine if our if our government actually invests in freelancing. I think I saw one maybe a year ago when the government of Pakistan actually created a computer center and started training their citizens on freelancing. Imagine that kind of development in those countries. So the data also reinforces that professionals turn to freelancing for greater flexibility, autonomy, and control of their careers. With freelancing, you can just sit down with it. You can wake up anytime you like. You don't have to go be a 95 person where you have to resume to work as early as possible on time. You can't be 1 minute late. But as a freelancer, you can decide to work on your projects or for your clients anytime, as long as you are delivering to the client at the right time. Do you get it now? So that's what the report. You can go to upwork.com 2023 report and see this report. So the way we work, as I said earlier, digital technologies will change how we do business. Also, how people work will become different. There will be more short-term works. Think gig economy because there will be more short-term works. Imagine working for an hour to solve a client project, you're actually making your minimum wage in Nigeria that you're supposed to earn within an hour or 2 hours. You get it now, while earning in FX. You get it now. So demand for skills will be different. We will all require lifelong learning and relearning. And this is very interesting because as a data professional, the tools you use to work, the Power BI, the Power BI software, the Excel software, the Python software, new updates are coming into them. So you have to be updated. You have to learn how to work with these tools. They get it done. So the future of what is a course by World Bank. You can just if you can hear me. Or kindly drop a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, all right, thank you very much. So as I was saying earlier that the way we work is quite different now. Do you get it now? So on the Upwork platform, they also surveyed over 30,000 freelancers. So what I want to show you is that if you're trying to survive on the Upwork platform, you'll be competing with over 30,000 freelancers. Because now over 30,000, imagine over 30,000 employees on the Upwork platform. Or the good news is that these 30,000 freelancers, they vary across different niches, different skills, different category. So the number of freelancers you may be competing with may be quite low. You get it now. But just have it at the back of your mind that you are competing with what over 30,000 freelancers on the Upwork platform. That's why I said Upwork is not the only way to make money on the internet. You have to spread your wings. There are other platforms like LinkedIn, like remote job websites. We'll look into that as we move along. So 90% of the respondents agree that Upwork is creating economic opportunity. And to be sincere, the way we work is quite different now. There is a lot of opportunity. When Upwork started as Elance, before it's actually become Upwork, they've been creating a lot of opportunity over the years. So 80% agreed that finding work on Upwork has increased their quality of life, and that's really true. I'll show you a picture at the end of this section where you actually see where I started from, the room I started from. You'll be surprised that how was I able to go over time. You get it down, and also the creator economy is massive. Is it online courses? You can actually learn anything. You get it now. Or if you're a data professional, I can bet most of us here today, we didn't actually go to a university to study or data analysis or to even study computer science. If I tell you, if I tell you I'm a graduate of agriculture, you'll be surprised. You get it now. So the economy is quite massive. The creator economy in general, you can actually learn anything from anywhere within the world that you are. So now you have access to the internet and smartphone and probably a laptop for better learning. You get it now. So that's all about that. So just have this at the back of your mind. So the question I do ask people is, what are you doing on the internet every day? What are you doing on the internet every day? So on the internet, you're either selling something or buying something on the internet. And to be sincere, most of us, most of us are consumers on the internet. Over 97% of us are consumers on the internet. Only very few are producers. So you should ask yourself, where do you want to fall? So on the internet, you can actually sell products, services, or your knowledge and skills. So this is where we are coming in. We want to sell our knowledge and skills. So when you start selling your knowledge and skills, you can think of services you can sell. Maybe you want to produce, you want to create your own new software for analyzing data. You get it now. If you don't know, anybody from Nigeria can actually create a software for analyzing data. You get it now. That will go beyond Excel and Power BI also. We hope to see with Nigerian doing that in the future. Also, you can also decide to go into e-commerce, affiliate marketing, consulting, online work. So online work and freelancing, they are also the same. You can also become a consultant over time as a data analyst or a data professional. When you gain quite a lot of experience, you can become a consultant. So you should ask yourself at the end of this session, what are you doing on the internet? Do you get it now? So now let's go to skill. So I want to assume all of us here we actually have our skill. Do you get it now? We have a skill that we want to sell on the internet. That's what I ask. So if we ask after asking us, what are you doing on the internet? That is valuable, a specialized niche. Okay, hope I'm loud able. Okay, I can hear the noise. So you need a skill that is valuable, a specialized niche that ensures you are well paid. Do you get it now? It's high income skills. As we all know, there are, I think all of us will be aware that there are some skills that are pretty low that you're actually going to be paid peanuts for your expertise. So you want to become a freelancer with a very good high income skill, highly technical skills, and so good for us that data professions or major skills within the data and the data industry, they are pretty high income skills where you can get paid in huge amount of money for your services, for your knowledge. So skills that have the highest values in the marketplace. So you need to also know about skills that have the highest value in the marketplace. Now, specialization also increases your skill values. So I'll just take a minute to talk about one of the challenges data professional face when trying to upskill yourself or trying to get into the data analyst or data professional landscape in general. You know that there are quite a lot of tools you need to learn. Should we talk about Excel or Power BI or Tableau, or we talk about SQL? So we now even decide to learn MySQL, PostgreSQL, or Microsoft SQL Server. You now start decide to learn, probably want to learn Python and how. You can see the amount of tools you need to learn is quite extensive. And one thing I've noticed over time, over the last 4 years that I've been a data analyst person, is that I actually most of the time call myself a data analyst or Excel specialist. You get now. So over time, I started stacking up my skill with my tools with SQL and Power BI. Even my Python skill is still very very basic till now, and I've been able to achieve quite a lot with one of those tools. You get it now. So what I always advise for beginners is to stick to one of these tools in the beginning. There's no even harm in picking one for over a long period of time. I bet you if you are a data analyst with Excel, you're going to make you're going to make a career out of it. Let me just put it like that. You're going to make an awesome career out of Microsoft Excel alone. Not to talk of Power BI. These tools alone, they are standalone tools that can actually perform a complete data analysis. Do you want to talk about um Excel or Power BI alone? You can even use SQL alone to answer some key insight from your data if you know how to write the good SQL query or code. Do you get it now? But most of the time, you need SQL with one other visualization tool. That is by the way. But Python alone, if you know Python alone, you can become a successful data analyst or data scientist with Python alone. Do you get it now? So that's why I'm very keen on specialization. If you actually go to my Upwork profile for now, my main profile is on Excel. Then I have other profile on data analysis and data visuals in general. But I always try to hammer on Excel, and I will tell you why. Also, just recently, last year, I started upskilling myself more in Power BI and SQL, and I still plan to upskill myself in Python this year. So specialization is very, very important. So take note of that. So now let's talk about freelance and remote work. I think we are all quite familiar with the difference. So I just try to bring it up here. So remote work is working from home. We're all familiar with that. Or mobile work or unflexible workspace. You get it now. So it is a work arrangement where the employees does not commute or travel to a central place of work, such as an office or building. So as a remote worker, you're actually working 9 to 5, the normal 9 to 5 that you go to if you have a work for a company with outside your home. So as a remote worker, but you are doing a 9 to 5 or a specified agreed time between your contract within your contract with your employer. Do you get now? But as a freelancer or independent contractor, is a self-employed individual who does not have to commit to a single long-term employer. Instead, they work independently for several different companies or clients. So as a freelancer, you need to work multiple or tasks or multiple projects at a time. At least you don't want to stress yourself. If you have maybe 2, 3, 4, or 5 projects, and you can, so as a freelancer, you need to learn time management. So do you get it now? So you need to learn time management to be a successful freelancer or to be a successful remote worker in general. You get it now? So the simple difference between remote jobs and freelancing is that with remote jobs, you need a CV or resume to apply for the jobs. But with freelancing, you only need to have a good profile and try to write good proposal. You need to master 4 or 5 things. I'll talk about that as we move along. You need to master 4 major things or 5 things to become a successful freelancer. You can be a freelancer full-time or part-time. And this is very, very important. As a beginner, I always tell people to start freelancing part-time because it can be quite challenging and quite frustrating that if you are not careful, you are going to give up even before you reach your success or your destined goals and potential. You get now. So you need to do it part time. You need to test so many water, so many stuff, and you try to figure out. So I always tell people when you start freelancing part time and you start making more, you have more income. You are getting a monthly income that is probably 5 times your 9 to 5 job. Then you can quit your full-time role and become a full-time freelancer within your space, within your apartments. So take note of that. You can start freelancing full-time or part-time, but I always advise you start part-time because as an adult you have bills to pay, you have responsibilities to pay, and if you're not careful, you what you're trying to achieve, you probably not achieve it and go back to the normal 9 to 5 you are used to. You get it now? So let's talk about freelance and remote job websites. There are quite a lot of freelance and remote job websites right there. I always tell people to pick one, learn it deep, and understand how the platform works. It is very, very important. Learn it deep and understand how the platform works. I think Upwork is the number one freelance platform all over the world. I think they always receive that award. I think yes, they are. If I'm not mistaken, they are probably number one. I think followed by Fiverr. Upwork is quite popular. Then Fiverr. I think that those are the two most popular or freelance platform that people know. But you could see this little screenshot, this little image here, courtesy of Pioneer. The Pioneer platform is a payment platform where you actually use it to receive your payments, your freelance service payments from clients all over the world. So they actually did like a graphic design to show you the major freelance landscape. We have the cuts across IT, we have general freelance platform, we have graphic design, and we have some good news is all over that are here. We're actually data professionals. So you can just pick, and I'll make sure this files will be available for us. Some of us may not have this information at hand, but I gathered this information for us. So you can see various categories there. You can even try the remote job website that you can try so many platforms that you can, especially this people per hour, top tile, index list, we work remotely. You can try to actually get full-time roles from them. But make sure you understand how the platform works and how to navigate the platforms. It's very, very important. And there's something called a pro tip that I've seen over time. I actually have not practiced it. I'm trying to practice that this year. It's what is called RS feed. This RS feed here, this little stuff here, you can actually do it somehow in a way that when jobs are posted on the internet, you can actually create something. Sorry about that. So you can actually create an alert that whenever a particular job description or job title is posted on the internet, you'll be alerted, you'll be notified immediately and be able to, that will increase your chances of actually getting the job. So I don't know how to do that yet, but I can promise you there are a lot of videos on it on the internet. I actually saw a video about it and I actually saved it. I'm planning to do it on Upwork also. So you can also do it on the internet on major because this platform, they actually search engines that you can actually search. It's just like we are within your room. You know where you put your kitchen utensils, you know where you put your clothes, you know where you put your books, you know where your TVs are. So you can actually go to those places and pick them and search for them. That's how the internet works. It is a search engine. You can actually search for anything on the internet using the right keywords. You get it done. So there's something called RS feed. You can research more on that. So I don't know how to implement it here, so I won't talk about it. But I just want you to have that information at the back end. You can actually do RS feed on Upwork also. You can do that. You can just Google or go to YouTube. You're going to see quite a lot of videos about that on the internet. Now let's talk about the do's and don'ts and the best practices of trying to learn remote jobs. So we are getting to the practical aspects. So the first thing you want to do is before you, I assume all of us have skills already. So we are going to just assume we all have the skill. We're not trying to teach us how to use Excel, Power BI, or SQL or Python here. So we want to focus on how to actually get these jobs right now. So you have to select jobs based on your capability. If you know you don't know how to use Python yet, please and please don't apply for jobs on Python. It's a waste of your time and resources. While trying to apply for jobs and hoping that you get the job and Google your way around it, definitely you need to go and be learning how to use Python rather than applying for jobs and googling your way around this. If it is Excel, go and sit down for a couple of months and learn it. So when you're going for jobs, go for jobs that have verified payment method. According to Upwork, one of the major feature on Upwork is the payment protection. You know, people can easily get scammed on the internet. They get it now, and you can contact me or I can contact you. I give you a job and I decide to run away with the job. I don't pay you after you've completed your job. You get it now. So that's one of the major features why Upwork is still one of the best freelance platform out there to this. So you go for verified payments method job. Make sure you deliver high quality work. That one of the ways I think there's a client I've been working for the past 3-4 years and we're still together today. He hasn't even thought of ending the contract. Most of the time he is even the one that contacts me for projects. I don't even need to pitch to him anymore. He just come to me anytime. There's a work for you. Are you available? Of course, I'm available. What am I doing? You get it done. If you want to deliver high quality work, for every project you do, always add an extra to it. That will that will that will make you a go-to person for the client. And they'll be, this guy is quite creative. You always have something to add, or you go a little extra based on the work, based on the project. You get it now. So pick one skill and go deep. Same thing with data profession. Pick one tool and go deep before you start learning another tool. That's what I tell people. Pick Excel. Excel is quite wild and go deep in Excel. Pick Power BI and go deep. Then over time, if you go on LinkedIn, I want one of us to do this. Just go on LinkedIn, look at the top voices or top professionals on LinkedIn that are in the data space. You always notice that they are quite good in one tool or the other, and then they probably know a little bit of every tool, every stack. Do you get it now? So pick one skill and go deep. Do you get it now? So your target should be, I just want to summarize what I've said since over the past 20 or 30 minutes. Have a skill. Make sure your skill is updated, to a mentor or a community. If you can't hire a mentor, if you don't have a mentor, there are quite a lot of experts out there. I'll probably recommend one of my coach, Ben Gadebi. You can go on Twitter and follow him. He talks about freelance and getting jobs a lot, and he has a lot of testimonials. I'm definitely one of his testimonials. You get it now. And number the third part is understand the platform. You get it now. Make sure you understand what the platform you are using. You get it now. So we just try to do a little bit of practice now. We're going to use Upwork as a case study for this demo. Then we can ask questions. I'm going to show you how I search for a job on Upwork or the keyword I've saved over time. I actually have a file here open already that contains most of the keywords I've saved over time trying to search for jobs. I don't mind sharing with the community. You get it now. You can say I have the keywords saved and I have some technique or actually searching for job on Upwork. So I'm going to share one of those two. There are probably like 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to search for jobs on Upwork. There are definitely more, but those are the techniques that have actually worked for me over time. Do you get it now? I'm going to show us all those techniques. So let's go on Upwork. I'll just go to my Upwork accounts. I don't know if any of us have questions so far. Let me just take a minute and interact with us. Do you have any questions so far? You can just open the chat box or say something if you are with us and enjoying the section. All right, Peggy, thanks. Or if you could unmute yourself and speak if you want to say something, there's no problem in that.
We are good to go. We are enjoying the session. We are good to go.
Okay. Evans, any challenge?
They can't unmute. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Evans. Okay. Okay, they can't unmute. Okay, no problem. All right, so let's do some practical. So this is the most important thing because I believe all of us, our skills are top notch. So we want to get this job, and so we want to go and actually do and select a job based on capability. So selecting the job, I'm going to show us the search method I know of. Probably one of us know a better or more approach than that. I'll just go to my Upwork profile real quick. Oh, I may talk about LinkedIn a little bit, but if you want to learn more about LinkedIn, you can follow Omo Alaja on Twitter. I think Omo Alaja is highly he talks about LinkedIn a lot, and he talks about Upwork also. So this is the Upwork interface. I will just go real quick to my profile. I'll still come back to about profiling though. I'll just go real quick to my profile. So if you've not registered on Upwork, and let me just talk about registering a little bit. So if you want to register on Upwork, so go and search. If you've not registered, even though if you've registered, you can go to the platform and start to improve your profile, because you always need to tweak and improve your profile. Same way you update your profile, update your skills. You get it now. When you go to the platform, search for top professionals, those that are doing well in your niche. Look at how they structure their profile, especially this tagline here, this tagline part here. Take a look at how it is written. You get it now? This tagline here. Study it, try to tweak it to your own too. And also the profile, the overview, this overview part here. Notice the way it is written. Try to mimic them, but don't copy them. Try to mimic it. There are tools you can use to rewrite their own overview, just like for it to be unique to yours. You get it now? But let's talk about searching for now. So if I go to the search bar here, you can actually search jobs for here. You can search for jobs, search for talent or projects. There are also projects you can apply to on the Upwork platform. But if I want to search for a job, I always like doing it this way. So it jumps on this platform. I'll just return to search. So this is the job interface, this job engine of Upwork. But if you're on the home tab, if I go to the Upwork home page, there are also some jobs here based on your. So this my feed is based on the skills you have listed while you were building your profile. You get it now? So it's based on the skills you've listed while building your profile. I always advise people not to go within this interface because you won't see the jobs that you actually need to apply to. There are also best matches. I think which was just an update to Upwork is maybe the last 2-3 months, which is quite good also. So there are best matches based on your what you can see. Browse jobs that match your experience to a client hiring preference, order by most relevant. So based on your past experience on the platform, they will be recommending suggesting best matches for you. So to make you to earn more money, because the more money you earn on Upwork, the more money they also make also. You get now. So they are trying to provide tools for you to also be successful within your freelancing business. So there's probably the most recent jobs, probably the most recent jobs that match your skills also. But I always try to avoid this method and prefer searching myself. When I go to the save jobs here, that's if I have job saved, I return to the search bar, so it jumps me here. So to search on Upwork, you need to input a keyword here in the search bar based on your skills. But generally, over time, I've saved so many of my keywords in a text file. So what I just do, I just copy the same keyword and use it again. But I'm going to come back to this actual file. I don't mind sharing it with the community right now. So let's assume we're a data professional. I want to go with tools. As I told you earlier, to go with tools, search based on tools. It always work most of the time right now because those tools will be listed in part of the requirement or job description while the client is actually creating the job post. You get it now. So tools are listed. So there are two ways to search. So the first way is to input the tools you are using, your stack. Let's say we are using Microsoft Excel. I just type Microsoft Excel there and hit enter. So it's going to filter the whole job interface, the whole job engine, the search engine of the platform. So only show me job. You can see, look at the description here, Microsoft Excel. If I scroll down Microsoft Excel. Now, immediately because you just input this here, that doesn't show that you should just apply for any job that pops up. Very, very wrong. You need to come to this number of proposals that have been sent for those jobs. Just like the way you're applying Somebody also somewhere in Pakistan, in India, in the US, in Finland, in Germany is also trying to get same job. So we need to filter to jobs that are less than 5 and 5 to 10. Do you get it now? So why less than 5 and 5 to 10? You don't want to apply to jobs that many proposals have already been submitted. That will reduce your chances of what of getting the job. Because as a client myself, if I post a job description, if I have 100 application, I may probably look at only the first 10 or 20. That's if I have enough time at my disposal. They get it done. Then after selecting number of proposals to be less than 5 and 5 to 10, I want to stick to payment verified jobs. You can see payment. I'll click on payment verified. It will filter the job post a little bit down more. So I always tell people there are a lot of filters there. Please just ignore it. It doesn't matter. It is nothing. They are just there. But ignore it. Forget about entry level jobs. If you say, I'm a beginner, I'm trying to get into it, forget about it. Forget about intermediate job. Forget about expert job. Consider yourself an expert. There's a level you must reach. I don't have like a certain trademark, or how would I put it, a threshold that you can call yourself an expert. As long as you are comfortable working within those interface of Excel or Power BI, SQL, and Python, you can show that you build something with it. You're already an expert. So expert is just what is not limited to you are starting from, probably you started learning 2 months ago or 1 month ago. No, if you can provide a solution to a particular job that you've seen, you're an expert on that job. You get it now. So just maintain less than 5 to 10 and payment verified. Forget about the rest of the filters there. Forget about, maybe it is, just forget about the rest of the filters. So now what I want to do, you want to look at those jobs. So what you need to do is that, because the number of jobs on the platform is quite huge, is and the number of people searching as present now, we don't even know. So you need to increase your chances of getting the job. So what you need to do is, whenever you get a job description, just make sure, if you I always tell myself, if I read a job description, immediately I know how to solve the project. Not even reading the job description rather. Sorry, if I read the job title, immediately I know I can do this job. So from the job title, you can see data entry emails for existing database. If you immediately read that title of the job description of that job, can you do it? If you can't do it, just skip to the next immediately. Don't waste your time. It says sales analyst expert needed. I think this sounds easy to do. As a data analyst or a professional, you should be able to analyze sales data, sales record. I've not even read the job description. You can say I've not even opened the job. Well, I'm already thinking this person or this client needs someone to analyze a sales record. It may be a sales, maybe it's e-commerce, or maybe he owns a coffee company, or he owns a restaurant. You get it now. It can be anything. So I can just, what you need to do is don't open it yet, save it. Just save it. So it's going to be saved in this save job. You can see my save job is now 1. So you are trying to manage your time, so that you only apply for jobs that you can do on time. You get it now. So if I click on save, I'll keep reading. Experience list building specialist. I don't know anything about list building. That is lead generation. I'll skip it. Loan and insurance prepayment reconciliation. These are financial analysis. So if you're a financial person, believe me, if you know Excel, you can still be search for Excel. If you're a financial analyst, or you study finance in university, or you study economics, or you know how to do profit and loss, you know how to do balance sheets, you know how to do all those things finance people do. There are a lot of jobs on this platform for you. Believe me, because I'm not a finance person. I see a lot of jobs. When I search for Microsoft Excel, and they're asking for finance professionals, I'll just keep it, because I'm not an accountant. I don't have CPA. There's to mention all those stuff. I can't remember all of them again. So you can see loan and insurance prepayment reconciliation. I don't know how to do it. I skip it. Data research for a thesis. I don't know how to do data research for a thesis. I don't know anything about thesis. You can see from the word, I already know if I can do this job or not. So I'm not wasting my time reading it or trying to gamble. Or do you get it now? It says sales representative for gut microbiome test analysis in Asian markets. I don't know how to do that. I skip. Need an expert VBA developer who can work in the UK. I quite know VBA a lot. This has to do with what? Excel VBA. If you are quite familiar with Excel, so VBA is for automation. So database comparison research paper, no. I need a virtual assistant. So as long as you can use Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office. So if you can, a little bit of virtual assistant, just rendering help, you can see. I'm looking for a virtual assistant for my small task. The job is very easy, and you will be enrolled in data entry, data scraping, and data mining. You can see something you can do with Excel, data scraping, data mining, and data entry. You can save the job. Then product management for entry. You can see product data manager, entry, e-commerce. You can see Microsoft Excel, data entry, product listing. So if you read the job description, so one thing you also need to do is, you can see we're really looking at the first 10. So to save yourself, instead of going to page 1, page 2, page 3 on the upper platform, you can say just per page should be 50. So immediately you input your keyword here, you just scroll down and increase the number of, you can see the number of pages is much now. So where did we stop the other time? I think we stopped here. I think we stop at this. I need a virtual assistant. You can see. Then we have product data management. We have market research and business analysis. You can see business analysis. And we actually search for the keyword Excel. So when a client is posting a job on the upload platform, after they must have given the job post a title, they have to select a couple of skills that you use to solve that job. Now they are listing what you need to solve the job here. So if you're looking for skills to add to your profile, you can also be paying attention to the skills section here. Can also be adding it so that sometimes when clients search for freelancers rather than just posting the job, you can pop up on the page and they contact immediately. If you search your profile very well, you get the job without even applying. You get it done. Can see market. Let's save this. For example, we have research and data analysis on splenectomy. Probably this has to do with medical stuff. I don't know anything about that. Role and zero status specialist. You can see zero data entry assistant for UK market research. Real estate. So that's how you're going to do and search for job based on, you can see Excel expert to create a trading journal. If you know anything about trading journal, you can just save it. So let me just stop you a little bit. Expect Excel expert to make trading journal. I think this person posted the job. So you have to be very careful about, there are some clients that they post the same job twice, and that will be waste of. So I will talk about that later as we try to analyze the job post. You can see financial data integration specialist. You can see if you're a finance person, up needed for quick belongings and move. You can see, so there are quite a lot of jobs you can see. Just make sure you read it. You can see Excel Office 365 QR code create. If you can create QR code in Excel, you can apply for the job. So it's not limited to always analyzing data now on the upper platform. There are some projects that you can do aside analyzing data within the Excel interface. You get it now. So quite a lot. So let's just stop here. You can see Excel experts. So one thing I also want you to note as a beginner on the platform, so make sure you are not applying for jobs that are over 24 hours, except you have some experience already. When I scroll down, I can see, let me scroll back up. You can see now, and I'll tell you the reason why because we didn't actually see a lot of job before we start getting to posted yesterday. You have to pay attention to when the job was posted yesterday. You want to apply for a job within 24 hours. If you apply for a job that is posted within the last 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you're increasing your chances of landing those jobs. Do you get it now? So avoid jobs as a beginner on the platform without much success on the platform. Avoid jobs that are posted yesterday. Do you get it now? Or even 2 days ago. So you can see this is posted 15 hours ago. Then from here, it's showing yesterday. You can see the number of jobs we've seen now is limited because we actually search it with one keyword, Microsoft Excel. Here it now. Now, let's quickly search for another. I will come back to and explain some stuff here. Let me clear the search filter, delete this, and go back here. Go back to the upper front. So let me talk about my search method here. So this is one way to search. I'll talk about another way to search. So there's a method here that is called Boolean searching. So you can actually do this same method on Google, on the Google interface, on LinkedIn, or wherever search engine you want to search for job. It's called Boolean searching. So with Boolean, you can use keyword like and or let me just quickly explain it. So you can use the and keyword. So when you use and, you need to use and. Let's say you want to search for jobs that are within Microsoft Excel, Power BI, and SQL. You can see when you input the word, when you type Microsoft Excel, you type and Power BI and SQL. So what it's going to do is going to only show you jobs that are posted that has the keyword Excel within them, Power BI within them, and SQL within them. And you're actually limiting yourself. And you can't use the and keyword with only more than 2 or 3 keywords. So if I'm using and I'm going to be using and with Excel, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Power BI, and SQL. More than 3, it won't work. It's going to give you wrong results. But to increase your chances of getting more results, you use or, the or method. So with or, I'm going to show you jobs from any of the criteria above. So if you are quite familiar with the and function and the or function in Excel, this is very straightforward. So now you also need to put your keyword in quotes. So if you use to get accurate results, use double quotes. You get it now. So this method works for LinkedIn, for Google interface or any remote job website, you put them in double quotes. Let's do an example. Look at this example I listed here. I'll come to this one of this. I'll copy it and I'll show what you can see. Let me just stop here. So I don't want it to be too long. I'll copy that. So I'll go back to the Upwork platform one more time. Go to my save jobs. Can see those are the job we say. I'll come back and analyze how we can analyze the job, the requirement we need to do to make sure we are actually selecting the best job to apply for. So now we are back. The interface is fresh. As if you are sending it. I'm not going to paste what I copied earlier or paste it. So what do you notice here? You can see that I use what? There is Microsoft Excel in what? In double quotes, or Microsoft Power BI in double quotes, or data analyst in double quotes, or business analyst. So over time, as I've been searching for job all over the internet, they are what is called lingua franca of the data profession. What they describe goals are. So some people they can decide to post job and say business analyst. They may probably want someone that knows how to use Microsoft Excel or Power BI. They'll just say business analyst or they'll say data analyst. So what I want to do is I want to search the Upwork engine and search for any jobs that has any of this keyword, any of this keyword. That will give me more opportunity to see more jobs to apply for and increase my chances of actually getting my dream job or my dream role. So if I click on enter, I've input it, assuming I just type it in or whatever. I'll just click on enter. It's going to filter the old job search engine. Then, as usual, again, select what? Less than 5, 5 to 10, and what? Payment what? Payment verified. Except if you are quite desperate or you are looking for a job, I will say do 10 to 15. But just ignore it. Just less than 5, 5 to 10. You get it now. Then I will go scroll down to the platform and increase it to what? 50. I want to see 50 job posts immediately or per page. So I can easily look at it. So now let's look at it again now. Can see this job post. There's keyword Microsoft Excel. So what this method is doing is that it's going to look at, let me just open this real quick. It's going to look at everything from the description, from the job title to the description here to the job skills listed in the job post. Do you get it now? Whatever content in the job post is going to look for jobs that are what? That fall within Microsoft, that has the keyword Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Power BI or data analyst or business analyst. When you look at this one, can you see it has marked it as what's green? But the keyword Microsoft Excel that we're looking for is actually listed or in the what? In the job skills section, the skills and expertise required for the job. Do you see how it is giving us more chances of landing our dream job? Let's project manager for IT and web e-commerce or whatever. Sales analyst expert needed. You can see that job we saw earlier, that we saved earlier. When we use another search method, it's still what? It still pop up. Do you see it now? Guys, that data analysis is there also. Even though the good thing about this is that it doesn't have to be data analyst exactly. Once you see data as part of the description of that job, it's going to pop up. You get it now? So if I click on this now, you can see data is part of the skills needed. You can see skills needed. I'll talk about this part later. When you're creating your profile, it's always good to list the skills that you can do. This is the skill that this client listed here as part of the requirement for the job. You get it now? We also have, so if I just keep scrolling down, electrical estimator. If I scroll to the first 10, let's go to the first 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you remember earlier, when we search with just Excel alone, I think after the first 10 jobs, we started seeing yesterday. But when we search with another method, we have more chances of what? Getting the right job, more jobs. You can see 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, need expert VBA 3 hours ago, database comparison research paper 3 hours. You can see we have seen jobs within the last at least 2 hours, 3 hours, which you can easily quickly apply for. And they are jobs with less than 5 proposal and 5 to 10 proposal that not a lot of people have applied to, which is increasing our chances of actually landing or getting that job in particular. You get it now? So let me just say one or two method in this search part also. You can see market research. I think I've saved this. Native Polish speaker, Excel file, data entry assistance, personal professional assistance, must not use Excel, email communication, Excel expert to create a trading job. You can see, look at this part also. You can see it circled the job, this green part. That means our keyword is actually part of the job description here. That's why you are seeing it like that. Excel expert to make. You can see this job is posted twice. Just ignore. You can see now we are now back to posted yesterday, posted yesterday, posted yesterday. But to make it more interesting again, you can say I actually use very less than 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I do personally is to use what lot of keywords. You can see my keyword for this search here is what is quite long. So it's going to increase my chances of seeing what more jobs. You get it now. If I let me copy this and do it one more time. I'll just clear the filters. So if you want to search again, I always advise clear the filters, clean everything, and start afresh. So that will make you to see more. You can see we have Power BI query code optimization here. It's still seeing that what we searched earlier when we search for Power BI. This is it now. 3 minutes. You can see 3 minutes ago. You can see the way I refreshed the job. This is 3 minutes ago. Since we'll be moving up and down within the search engine interface. Let me just go back to the home page here. Go to save job one more time. Return to search. Then I'll paste this longer keyword. You can see this keyword is quite longer. It contains quite a lot of words. Analytics or business analyst or analyst or analytics or analysis or analyze. So I'm thinking how people will post job on the words. This is like doing SEO. If you really understand SEO a little bit, do you get it now? If I click on enter now, it's going to show me list of job. Then I can come back here and say less than 5, 5 to 10, and payment what. Don't forget these 3 key. These are the 3 key filters you need to search for job on Upwork. Then I scroll back down and select 50, 50 per page. So to save more time and apply for job as soon as possible. Then it's going to load that. Then I go back up. You can see customer service and creative. So customer service does not have to do market analysis. You can see analysis is part of this requirement. That's why. So when you search like this, you are getting all jobs that has to do with market analysis. As a data analyst, you can work within any industry, within various industries. So this will make me remember there was sometime last year when I was searching like this, I came across some jobs in what is called operations manager. And I actually applied, I interviewed for the job, but sadly, I didn't get it. There was also a job I applied for was pricing and promotion analyst. Pricing and promotion analyst. Yet now. So it's the word analyst. So when I search for the keyword analyst, the job pops up. Pricing and promotion analyst. There's also something called video surveillance analyst. Our job, I was supposed to get the job on video surveillance, but the amount when we were battling with the pricing, the amount the client was willing to pay, it was a full-time role, like full-time job, but the amount wasn't favorable. So I need to let go the job. We'll talk about that also. You get now. You can see now we are seeing more. You can see the keywords are being highlighted as you are searching for it. Market analyst, you can see data analytics, data analyst consultation. You can see it now. Expert channel manager for hotel and vacation rentals, proficient with guest and major booking platform. So you can see if you are working in a hotel and you know how to analyze the data set, you can work within that industry. You get because data is quite needed in various industry that we can think of, but it's just an upcoming niche. So the people haven't given it proper names yet. You can see paid and media, paid as coach. So if you are into what you call, I think marketing analyst, yes. If you are equal Google ads, all those Facebook ads, Google ads, Twitter ads, Instagram ads. So the analysts that actually analyze those campaign for them, they always fall within this paid media and paid ads coach. So if it's something you want to explore, just take note of it. I also have a list of keywords that I've seen over time here. You can see I actually saved them here. I'll share with us. There are a lot of keywords, various ways that data analysis jobs are being described that people are not yet exploring yet. You can see fix all website errors using screaming. So a lot of them, Power BI, Power Query Code Optimization. You can see this was posted 4 minutes ago. Let us just actually this is a job we've seen on Power BI so far. Move our monday.com bot an Excel file to Notion. You can see Microsoft Excel. It pops up in our search results. Project Manager, capital exchange, you can see. So these are various ways to search. So let's assume we've actually seen a job once to what, because you can actually spend an hour, 2 hours just searching alone. Because this is like a tough part of of you becoming a successful freelancer. You have to sit down 1 hour, maximum 1 hour, 2 hours, and keep searching and filtering good job from bad job. So now, how do you know the good job from the bad job? So the first thing you need to do is make sure you filter your results to what number of less than 5, 5 to 10, and payment verified. So immediately also the reviews on the job is very, very important. So you actually want to work with clients, clients that have had success on the platform. So sometimes clients are looking for freelancers that are very successful on the platform. It doesn't mean as a beginner you won't get jobs. Don't serve with just yourself if you haven't tried. You get it now. Also, as clients are filtering for freelancer with experience, also you need to be filtering or looking for clients with experience also that have the right amount, that have the right customer service, or how will I call it, freelance good reviews from existing freelancers also. When you see a job for the first time, now let's go to the even before even saving the job. When you look at the payment method, it is verified. When you look at the number of stars, reviews based on what 73 feedbacks, it should also be at least a good review, 4.5 and above, 4 points and above. And the amount spent also really matters a lot. So let's go back to our save jobs for now. So when you look at the job title, the review of the client, the amount spent of the client, the location of the clients, location doesn't really matter though, but make sure you look at it is payment verified, the reviews is good, the amount spent is okay. Then let's go to the save jobs and review one of the jobs, for example, and see. So let's say you want to apply for this Power BI or Power Query code optimization. If I click on the job, now after searching for jobs that you feel that you can apply for and you saved it, now you want to filter them. You can see I saved so many jobs here. At least I've saved like almost 10 here. The goal is make sure within this job that you've saved while searching, you qualify for two or three maximum. Like you can beat your chest that you can actually solve two or three of these job posts or provide a solution to the client. So, but how do you do that? You open the job post, you read the whole description very well, you understand the description. Reason being that there's some client that will tell you that at the beginning of your proposal, mention one or two things. They can ask you to state your favorite color. They can ask you, they can hide something within the job description and tell you to repeat it at the beginning of your proposal. That's how they filter serious freelancers from unserious freelancers. You get it now? So clients, so there are some smart clients like that. They want to save themselves the stress of reading all the huge proposal. They'll ask you to what? Mention something at the beginning, the first line of your proposal. Mention your favorite color. Mention the color of the sky. They can ask you to mention something repeat the same thing that they mentioned within the job description. So make sure you read the job description to the detail. You get it now. So after you have read the job description, sometimes I advise not to read the job description first. Scroll down to this job activity and see that you qualify for the job. You can see the job is what? The activity is what? Less than five. Less than five. So there are some jobs that have some requirements. Let me see if I see an example of that. Let me look for this analysis here. So when you open the job like this, you scroll down. So look at this example of the job. Preferred qualification. You want to make sure that what? Everything that's listed here, you are what? It is green mark. It has what? Green what? Green mark. So except the only one that when it doesn't have green mark is the location. There are some clients that want specific clients, specific freelancers from certain location. They can say they want freelancer from the US alone. So it's very risky. The goal is make sure you are what? All the preferred qualification here, you are what? You qualify for it. So when you're certain that you are qualified for the whole qualification there, then you can go ahead and look at the number of activity on the job. That is the number of proposal. It is less than 5. These are the kind of job you want to apply for. After looking at the this down part here, you go to the what? About the clients. You want to filter the client out. What are other freelancers saying about the client? When you look at this client review, this is 4.79. It's not bad out of what? Out of 10 reviews so far. You can even go below here and look at what other freelancers are saying about the what? About the client. You can see. Let's read the first one. Toby is really helpful and knowledgeable professional. It's easy to communicate and work. You can see the freelancers. This is the freelancers feedback. I think this is so this is the freelancers feedback to the clients. So the name of the freelancer, let me guess. I always misinterpret them, but let's take a look. Let's view more. And let's look at this one. So one of the freelancers gave me a very, very bad review, which is 3.1. So it has been 7 days since my ads went live. Within 1 week, the client started getting the leads, calls, and purchase for high cost products. This week, we made 5 sales, but suddenly the client closed the contract without anything. Look, so this client can be quite deceiving. This is it now. So this is a freelancer feedback for the clients, but the feedback the client gave the freelancer removed it. Probably they have some misunderstanding also. So you want to look for something like this before you decide to apply for the job, or else you're going to have problem with the clients at the end of the day, and that will hurt your Upwork or profile at the end of the day. So aside from looking at the review also, look at the higher rate of the freelancer. You want to work with freelancer that they hire. Let's assume a freelancer posted 2 jobs, and a client posted 2 jobs, and the client only hired once. So and he didn't hire for the second job. I mean, the client has 50% higher rates. So you want to look for clients that have what? They have a good number of higher rates, at least more than 70 or 80. You get it now? There's no I don't have a personal preference, but you can. My own personal preference is 70 and above. So you can decide to have yours. But always apply for job with what? A good higher rate, a good number of higher rates. So it will save you, because you're going to use Connect. You can see here, say what? Send a proposal for 12 Connect. And currently I have what? Just 104 Connects. So the way you apply for job on Upwork, you use what? You want to score Connect. So you don't want to waste this because you actually pay for it with your money. I say a Connect now is close to one Connect now is close to probably 3,000 naira. I'll take a look and show you. You get it now. So also after looking at the higher rate of the job, look at the amount the client has spent. So you notice that what definitely you want to make more money on the platform, and Upwork wants you to make more money. So you want to work with clients that have what actually made or spent quite a lot of money on the platform. That means they have project, probably they have company, they are what they want people to help them with. Look at the company, look at the description. Say mid-sized company, 10 to 99 people. That means this client has what people that works for him. So he has challenges to solve, he has business to solve, he's looking for freelancers to solve his problem. And look at where the client has been on the platform since 2018. So since 2018, he has spent $70,000 so far. So definitely this is a good client, except from the one of the reviews that he has here right now. So also after reading the job description, you want to look at the job, the amount for the job. Is it really worth it? When you read the job description, do you think this certain amount is really worth the stress for this $500 that the client has fixed for the job? But the client says, I'm willing to pay for the higher rate for the most experienced freelancer. So you can actually decide to pitch another amount when you click on apply. Let's click on apply, for example. When you click on apply, so it is loading. Sorry about my network though. So let's say you want to apply for the job currently. Let's see. So now you can decide which of your profile you want to use to apply for the job. Let me look and see. You can decide which of your profile you want to use to apply for the job. So to select your profile, always look at the description that comes with the job post here. It says sales and business development. So for this, I can decide to apply with my data analytics profile, kind of meet the requirements because I have those jobs listed there. So it's going to push my profile to be at least among the top profiles or top proposals the client is going to see at his own end. So you can actually decide to apply for the job by a milestone or project, because this is a fixed price job. You can decide to break the job into milestone. Let's say if I do is 10% of the job, the client is going to pay you certain amount. You can add the milestone to it. You can add more milestone. You can say, okay, this $500, I want to break it into what? Into first $100, then the next two should be what? $200. But you need to agree with the client. If you know that the job description can be broken down into milestone, but as a beginner, just go with what? By project to save you the stress. So the money will be in what? In escrow. The money will be with Upwork. So when you finish the job, you submit the job to the client, and Upwork release your money when the client has confirmed you've done a great job. So you can also change the amount here, the bid for the job here. If you feel that what the job deserve more amount of money. Do you get it now? So I'll just go back to where we were before, and I'll just close this part back. So that's one of the ways you're going to what you're going to analyze a particular job post. So same thing with other platforms like LinkedIn, or when you go to remote job websites, you're going to analyze the job like this. Spend your time analyzing it to make sure that what your chances of getting the job is high, rather than just submitting or wasting your efforts. Even though you're not going to spend connect on LinkedIn, or you're not going to spend connect money to apply for a job on remote job websites, but make sure you sit down with the job post, read all the description. Make sure you meet the requirement, the skills section of the job, you are qualified for it, the number of jobs. Sometimes, based on Upwork, apply for a job with less proposal, but another platform, LinkedIn. I think I saw something on LinkedIn recently that someone was saying that the job post on LinkedIn, a lot of people apply for it. And I read somewhere that someone said when the job is clicked on LinkedIn, that LinkedIn count that as an application. So, I just read about that today while doing some research and preparing for this session also. So you can also take note of that within yourself. So I think we've done justice so far to what to how you filter good job and good clients from bad client also. Do you get now? Let's look at other one. Let me see. I will say one or two things to talk about also. And look at this one now. I think this is a good example. Look at the higher rate of this job. You can see, even though I claim I know how to use VBA, I know how to use VBA a little bit. I've seen the job title, I can do it. I've looked at the job preferred qualification, I made the requirements, the proposal is less than 5. But look at this, look at the higher rate of the client, 8%. If I submit a job for this job, if I submit a proposal for this job post, I'm just wasting my time, to be sincere. And look at when the client have joined since 2021. Imagine, and he only spent $250 and has posted how many jobs for you? 2 jobs. Kind of this client is just playing on the platform. It's not serious. If you apply for the job, you are wasting your connect. Probably you may probably maybe you probably need someone to solve this challenge for you. Don't know, but our advice: go for that jobs that have good records, good higher rates, good amount spent, and what you get it now. So that you can say I can just go away. So that you eliminate job. I'll just go away and edit and unfavorite the job. It's a waste of my time. Let's look at another one. Maybe I can send another example to show us before we start moving forward. Look at this one. Even though it's not 100%, it's 92%, which is quite high. When you, market is high, I can do the job. I've read the title. I scroll down. You can see now. Look at this now. 5 to 10. That's 9 minutes ago. The client is interviewing 3 people. So there are times. So this is another good example for us to use. There are times on the Upwork platform, client is going to send proposal or the job description to the person, to other freelancers when they search on their end. So they can, the way you are searching here also, client can also search from their own part of the Upwork interface. So when they search, they can pitch to freelancers without you after actually applying to the job post. When they pitch to freelancers, you have probably a couple of days to reply. So you can see this client sent 3 invites. Only one person replied him. 2 have not replied him to the job post. So out of this interviewing 3, it is definitely 2 other people from where? From the proposal that was submitted. It is interviewing 3. One person replied from the invite is sent. So when the client send a proposal to you, a job post to you, so you're not going to spend any connects. You won't be build any connects to apply for that because the client actually send you the job post directly right now. So that's one of the ways to also to also make money on Upwork without actually spending money. Do you get it now? So and that happens when you have a good profile, when you optimize your profile very well, you put the required skills, your tools on your profile. Do you get it now? So when clients search on their end, you are popping up on their search engine at their own interface. Do you get it now? So that's one way to also make money on the Upwork platform. So let me just look at another example and see maybe I can talk about 1 or 2 things about job posts before I actually start applying for them. So you can this is 100% error rates, good. Excel Office 365, create QR code. If you can do it, read the job description also. So there are some job descriptions, it's quite very low. It doesn't matter. Why there are some, they are quite large. You have to read it because the client can hide important details that you need to mention why applying for the job within your proposal. You can see activity is quite low. Let's see the date. Process is yesterday, and clients is interviewing once since yesterday. So when you see a job, I always advise avoid jobs that was posted since yesterday as a beginner. Don't apply for it. But when you see a job that you can do, now let's talk about another point. So when you see a job you can do, and it has been posted since yesterday, but the last video is within 24 hours, you can give it a shot. You can give it a shot rather. When you see a job posted 24 hours ago, maybe probably 2 days ago, some job like that, and the client still view the job probably within the last 24 hours. Probably that means the client hasn't hired somebody or he hasn't seen someone that can do the job. He may be interviewing some people, you get it now, but probably most of the freelancers are not qualified or the skills, their skills doesn't meet his requirements. You can give it a shot, you get it now. So that's one thing to also take notes when you are trying to search for job or get job on the platform. I remember something now. I've forgotten. I was supposed to have probably if I remember, I'll mention it back. You get it now. So I think I've done justice to filtering job, analyzing the job description, and so on like that. You get it now. So I think let's move on to something else. We will actually try to apply for a job. Probably I'll just search again for a job, and I'll just show you how I go about writing my proposal. You get it now. So any questions so far? So let's take a minute to know if you have any. I can see some. Hey, thank you. Thank you for that question, Emmanuel. I actually remember something now. So according to Upwork platform, it says it takes 10 proposal, at least 10 proposal for you to get your first job. And it also takes clients a couple of days. I can't remember the certain number of days to us for them to. I've heard a story that I have a group, like we have a group that I am with my coach. Please consider share your search guide doc with. I'll share it with you, Emmanuel. Thank you. So I have someone that mentioned that he applied for a job at least a month or 2 months back. The client came back after a month or two to hire him. So I have to understand that well, clients they are individuals like God. They have life challenges that may be going on. So if you apply for a job, don't expect the client to hire you. You are not entitled to be hired because you're not the only one being interviewed. Number one, there are so many freelancers applying to the same job. So your own is to focus on what you can control. So what you can control is to keep applying right now. So keep applying to quality jobs. Don't just apply randomly. Don't do that. Keep applying to what? To quality jobs. Make sure you're applying to top-notch jobs that you qualify for. They match your skill. You have the exact proposal for it. So I'll mention that also. So make sure you apply for jobs that you have at least a sample that is close, that is exactly like the job or close to what? To the description in the job. You get it now. It doesn't have to be exact same proposal or same portfolio like what is being described in the job post. It can be probably someone needs someone that can do VBA in Excel, but you know how to do data analysis in Excel. And you actually know VBA also. You can just screenshot the data analysis that you did in Excel. Just so that you know how to do the job. You get it now. So clients can what? Hire you a month after or 2 months after. They don't have the you are not entitled for them to hire you immediately. But if it is the job that the client is actually in need of what? The freelancer immediately, you can be lucky to be hired within the next 24 hours. You get it now. So I've gotten some job like that also that I got hired immediately. Right now. So that's by the way. So let me just move on. So I think I've talked about all this section here about select job based on your work your capability. Go for a verified payment method job. Deliver high quality work. So that's when you get the job. Make sure you give the client your best and pick one skill. I said it. I can see we search for only Excel. I did it now, and I also mentioned that what I have like a search method I've listed here over time. I'll share with us how I search. So let me just mention another way to search before we move on to the slide. So one other way to search, let me return to the search bar, is to search by category. Let me clear the filters. Let me just go back here real quick and go to save jobs one more time. Okay, let's go to save job one more time. Return to search. So let's just start again. You can see the category option. Look at it, category. If I click on it, I'm going to see all the whole category within the Upwork platform, job cut across different category. You can see now there is accounting and consulting. That is a level in the category. Then under the accounting and consulting, we have other subcategory. So this is the category, and there are subcategory within what is accounting. There is admin support, the category admin support, then the subcategory in admin support. There's customer service, the data science and analytics. So this is where we are. If I want to search based on maybe all data science and analytics, or data analysis and testing, or data extraction and ETL, data mining and management, or AI and machine learning, based on Upwork category, or I can just go for all. If I click on all, I can go to filter it based on all the work category, the overall category. Then I can go back here and see less than 5, 5 to 10, and payment verified. So it's going to show me all job posts that fall within the data analysis category and data science category. You can also combine it with keywords. You can do both at a time to increase your chances. You get it now. Or you can do the first method I showed earlier, then the second method also. So if you look at it again, I can see 44 minutes ago, you scroll down. So if you're a data science person, I'm not a data science person, I'm a data analysis person. If you're a data science person, so this is one way to search. If you know that your data science skills is quite strong and well grounded, you can search for the whole category of job posted under data science analytics. You can see them. You can see 1 minute ago, forecast water consumption and cities. Probably is deep learning. You can see, as I said, you can see if you are quite good with or with pandas, with TensorFlow, with PyTorch. If you know how to do classification as a data science person, I think you do classification like data science and analytics. You can see, then you can apply for the job. Snowflake SQL query. You know how to use Snow. You can see. Imagine now. I think okay, we didn't search for SQL when you search LF, but you can see this job now is posted under what? Under the category. So if you're only searching by keyword alone, you can miss other jobs that are actually categorized under category based on when the client was creating the job. So to increase your chances of landing the job, search by all methods that I've shown you so far. You can see email extractor. That means you want to scrape data. This is data scraping. The minute I saw email extractor, I know it is data scraping. If you know how to scrape data with Python, you can apply for the job. You have GIS. If you know GIS, I think GIS is those that did geography. I have a friend that's into GIS analysis. If you study geography in school, you should be looking for a job in what? In GIS mapping, GIS analysis. I have a friend. I can't remember his name. I think okay. His name is if you go to GeoAfricana on Twitter, you can see he's into GIS analysis. He's not even specialized on other part of data analysis. He's specialized on GIS geospatial analysis. That's what he does. So he's a specialist in that aspect. So if he's looking for a job in those aspects, he's going to be getting those jobs to himself alone. You get it now. And there are not much people in this part of the niche. It's also trying to show people out there that there's something called GIS analysis. It's not everything data analysis, it's not business analysis every time. They're also part of analysis that you can venture into. There's deep learning, understanding of score based on diffusion model. You can see this Power BI job that we saw earlier that we saved. You can see it's also posted under what this category. You can see it shows up in both categories. So there are some jobs that will show when you use keyword. There are some that only show when you use the category search method on the Upwork platform. You get it now. So that's how it is. So that's one way to start. Same thing we did earlier. So when you start based on this category, you can be saving the job after you must filter less than 5 to 10. Payment verified, then you start filtering or saving the one that you can do based on reading the job title alone. Then you can go back and filter it further enough to what based on the client details, the requirements, the job number of proposal on the job, and so on like that. Do you get it now? So that's another way to start. So let me just stop there and go back to my slide. Someone mentioned something. Okay, I think I saw a chat again. So let's move on from the slide. So as I said earlier, you need to have a skill. You have a community of mentors, just like our data science community, where you can always ask questions. You get it now and seek for help. So you don't know it all. Even till today, I still go to my coach and ask him questions when I'm lost. There was a day I was trying to get a job on market research. I don't know how to do market research. I went to him immediately. Coach, I need resources on market research. Since I can really do the job needs to be done with Excel. I need to present my results with Excel. But the client should look for someone that can do market research. I need to go back to my coach. I need resources on market research, and he was able to provide it to me. You get it now. So now you need to master these 4 things. You get it now. So master the 4 things on every platform. So you must master 4 things across any platform you choose. Your niche. As I said earlier, have a niche. So even if you're a data professional, are you a data analyst? Are you a sport analyst? Are you a marketing analyst? So the analysis is right, but as a beginner, you can start as a data analyst. There's nothing wrong starting as a generalist. You get it now. Even me too now, I don't have a particular niche till now. But I usually call myself a Microsoft Excel analyst, or I just call myself a data analyst. I don't call myself a data science person. You get it now. So have a niche. It's very, very important. It increase your chances of success. You get it now. So if you have a profile, if you have a profile, a proposal, and job search on lockdown, but you like a good niche, you will struggle with the competition or have a scarcity of gigs to apply for. You get it now. So I have quite a other niche. I used to apply for jobs on Excel, Power BI, and SQL. I don't apply for jobs on Python for now. So those are my own niches for now. I don't really have a niche like maybe a sport analyst. I'm even looking to go into sport analysis because it's quite interesting, analyzing sport data or something like that. If I decide to go into marketing analysis, we'll be analyzing something like marketing campaign. You get it now. So there's also um, journalist. I saw something recently. Journalist analyst. I can't remember where I saw it, but there are quite a lot. So I've been niche. I also mentioned I've been interviewed for something like business analyst before, operations manager. I need to work with Excel and Google Sheets, video surveillance analyst. So I have a niche, pricing and promotion analyst. So there are quite a lot of niches out there. So just do your own research also, and you see a lot of them online. So you need to master profile also. Your profile has to be good. So your niche is good. You submit solid proposal and search for the right jobs, but you have a very poor profile. You will struggle also. So when a client gets your profile, they get discouraged and decide to hire someone else. So I also mentioned what have a good profile. So very important. Let me just show you my profile real quick. I'll just show you 1 or 2 things to take note of while building your profile. So if you want to write your profile, one of the techniques to use is what go to Upwork or mimic someone successful. Go to their profile and look at the way someone successful that have at least have results on their profile. Look at the way they structure their profile. Just tell people always mention your services or your tools at the beginning of your profile. So it in bullet points, it clients to easily read because your profile has to be what has to be well good enough. You get it now. So when you put some points, some words in bullet points, the eyes quickly goes there. So I can easily say, this person knows how to do this services, blah blah stuff like that. You can also mention your tools. I think in this other profile, I also mentioned my tools here also. You can see. I also mentioned my tools here also. Tools I'm quite familiar with. Tools I can do with Excel, with Power BI. So when the client sees this, you see, it just goes straight to that part of the profile rather than reading the whole thing from beginning to the end. They don't have the time to be reading all the old information on your profile. You can see, you can expect to get this. I also put this in bullet points just to make sure it is easy for the client to easily see, go straight to their eye and read it. And if you can work together, they come to my what? To my DM, then we start working. You get it now? So have a good profile like that. So and list your skills. You can see the skills part of Upwork here. This part of Upwork, you have to make sure it is 15. List your required skill. If I go to my data analysis profile here, make sure you list your skills, your computer can see. Make sure you list a lot of skills. So it allows you to pop up when clients search for what freelancers that fall within this word. We need this skill section. You get it now. So that's one way to also take note of that also. So I've talked about profile. So jobs you apply. So if you do this just on job. So make sure you search for the what for the right jobs. Apply to the right jobs. I've shown you how to filter the jobs to the best jobs to filter good clients from what for bad clients. Now let's talk a little bit about proposal. Maybe probably just do an example also. I could just copy one of my proposal and use to show us how to. Let's go back to the Upwork interface. Let's go back to the. Let me just copy one of my proposal on proposal on offers. I'll probably use one of the proposal. I'll go to my ACA proposal. So you can see so far so good. Well, I think over the last 4 years, I've applied for over just 500 jobs. This year alone, I haven't applied for a lot of jobs this year alone, and I'll tell you the reason why later. Okay, there's some interview here. Okay, these are the client interviews. But let me just copy one of. Look at this job. Okay, I was searching for this job. Look at this job. Let me just open this job. Look how they're asking for. They're looking for maritime data analyst. I don't know the keyword I used to search for, but I came across, you can see it. It is under our data analytics. They said what maritime data analyst. I applied for the job, but I didn't get the job. I think someone else got the job. If I try to look for the job, look at the job description. If I view the job post, let's see. You can see. I think someone else got the job. You can see. Oh, nobody even got the job. But the client has spent over look at this client over $240,000 spent. $240,000. That's one of the reasons I even applied for the job right now. And it has good higher rates, at least, but the higher rate is quite low. Because it's pretty low here. So sometimes the rules you bend it sometime. Because the higher rate is pretty low, but I still applied for the job. I didn't get it. I was quite serious. I was looking whether I would get the job in maritime. Maybe I'll probably working in maritime industry by now if I've gotten the job. This is it now. So that's one of the ways. And I had to. So there's some job. Good one. There are some jobs here that you need to answer some key questions. So when you submit the proposal, you need to make sure you answer this question very, very well. Because these are the questions that will pop up when you apply to a job that has this proposal, these questions in it. They already want to show before your proposal actually shows. So make sure you answer this question to the best of your abilities. I have some answers here below. This is my file here that there's some general answers to some questions that I've answered there. So when I share it, you can have that also. So there are some of the general questions they ask in the data analysis space that they ask on Upwork. Do you get it now? So let me just go back and copy this proposal. Maybe you can use it to apply for this job. Oh, I've closed some file there. I'll open it back. Okay, if I look at the proposal, so I'd like to time my proposal with why am I the best person qualified to be a maritime data. So I always like it because it gives the clients it's no so when I ask you that when I tell that why am I the when you ask that when you open my file now I say why am I the best person, so you really want to read further. I want to make sure that what I start with a hook that will make sure the client wants to read my proposal further. So one of my ways, why am I the best person qualified for your job post? That's one of the ways I used to use when I'm applying for jobs on Upwork, and it has always worked. Right now I say why am I the best person? So you want to know, you want to answer, you want to see my response to the what why I'm the best. you definitely want to open the proposal further right now. So make sure the first line here, because when you submit the proposal, when you look at this job now, you can see I started with what? With tacos. Let's look at, let's see the reason why I started with tacos. When you look at the, when you read the job description, I can look at it. What? So this information is ultimately the product we market our clients. So this include the words in your correct tacos. This is now. So you can see that the job description is quite long, pretty long, right? But if you want to know those that read the job description or those that want to apply for application sake, it now bring this word, this keyword here, this filtering word tacos in the job description. So if you don't read the job description to the detail, you just miss it. You can just discard your word, your proposal like that without actually hiring you. This is it now. And I started with the word. The first thing on my cover letter is what is tacos, and I started with what? Hello. So it's also good when you go back when you read freelancers feedback on the job on the when you use freelancers feedback. Let me just try if I can see the feedback from other. Let me click on view job post. So when you go under the freelancers feedback, if they mention the client's name from previous job, so instead of saying just hello, you can say hello. They mention the client's name. You can say oh hello Emmanuel, hello whatever the client name is. Just mention it. So it gives you the chance that this client when you call someone by their name, it gives them confidence that what this person is a serious individual. They get it now. Just make sure you mention the client. You can always see the name from the freelancers feedback and see. Look at this person. I think he mentioned his name here, Simon. I didn't bother to mention his person's name, but I think their company is what EC. There is C company. Then I didn't bother mentioning their what the person's name because it can be anybody from their HR department that is actually managing their what their HR or job post. That's why I didn't mention their name. So when you know the client name, always try to mention the what the person's name instead of just typing hello from here. Give it a hook. Make sure you give it a hook. So I mentioned why am I the best person to qualify for the maintenance analyst? You get it now. So I mentioned that. Then I also mentioned my experience. I think I mentioned my experience here. Then I answered their key question. And so the framework, I think I have a framework for it. Start with a hook, mention your experience, then provide follow that you can do the job. Can say I attach some portfolios here and ask for sale at the end. You can see. So what question do you have for me? Click the invite button. So I'm telling the client what to do after reading my what? After reading everything I've written here. This is after reading everything I've written here. And I ask him what? I tell him what to do at the end. So some people like to be told what to do. You get it now? Some clients like to be told what to do. Just tell him, okay, click the invite button and let's get started. Or go to my DM and let's see how we can work together. So always try to ask for sale at the end of your what? Of your proposal. Get it now. So I'm not doing justice to the proposal section here, but you can maybe I'll share some file with us on proposal with the organizer so they can share with the community. They can see how you can see a lot of proposal that you can mimic and what and copy from. So that's part of the proposal that you need to understand. So let's move on to the slide. Oh, okay, link to my profile. Okay, I will share a link to my profile. Okay, let me just go back and drop it right now before I forget that also. So that's the link to my profile in the chat box. So that's what 40 you need to master. So we talk about all of them, your niche, your profile, jobs you apply. It did justice, a lot of justice to filtering on jobs, then for me proposal. So the next step, the next action, I think we spent almost 1 hour, 30 minutes there. So the next step is the what? Pick a platform. So if you want to pick Upwork, you want to pick LinkedIn, you want to pick Fiverr. So the knowledge I've shared here, at least a lot of the knowledge is applicable to all platform. But after picking a platform, learn a new skill or update your old skill. You can't know it all. You always have to update yourself. These tools, especially in the data space, Power BI just got I think Excel just got a couple of updates this month. Power BI will be getting updated every 3 months. SQL will not update, but there are probably new function that you don't know, new ways to calculate. Python gets update also. So learn everything about the new skill, update your old skill. So learn everything about the platform. So the platform that you want to work with, learn everything about them. Like I've done justice to Upwork right now. There are a lot of things you also need to know about Upwork. There are terms and conditions. You don't submit your contact details before a contract is in place. So Needs to make sure you go and read their terms and conditions. It's already in their terms and conditions. So don't submit your email, your phone number on the platform without a contract in place. They're going to suspend it forever. And you're going to lose the opportunity to actually make a lot of money on the platform. So I always thought our mindset is very important. So if I want you to see yourself making dollars, earning in FX from the comfort of your party, you don't even have to travel to go and work there before you start making dollars or earning in FX from Nigeria. You can if I can do it from Nigeria, from within Nigeria, somewhere in Nigeria, you can also do it. There are also people doing it on the platform also, not Nigeria on the platform. You can search for them to get inspiration. So mindset is very important. So see yourself winning, then start making money on the platform. So always be prepared. So have your CV ready, have your resume ready, have your portfolios ready. You don't know where the opportunity can come from. It can be from a DM, get it now. It can be from anywhere. So have those things ready. Have a system. So if you are starting for a start, you can always screenshot your portfolio. It doesn't matter how it is, how bad it is. You can always improve it later. I start with screenshot of my portfolio. Now I can host my portfolio on Power BI service. I have most of my Power BI portfolio with a link on Power BI service. I just share the link. You can view the dashboard in real time and interact with it. You get it now. But when I started, it was screenshots, just screenshot, just screenshot. You can start with anything. So market yourself. So I can't say this enough. If you go to my social media profile, I always post something about data, no matter how little it is. When I was learning SQL last year, I'm still learning Power BI this year. I always post it. I'm learning this something in Power BI. I'm learning this in Power BI. You get it now. So always post what you are learning. You get it now. Just post it out there. Somebody will really appreciates your knowledge, and you can inspire someone to also start learning something. So learn in public and what? And follow other professionals. Follow people in data. Follow people that like to be followed. You don't need to follow any other person on your social media account, and your social media talent will just be filled with nonsense. So when you follow the right person, when they post something new, so how do I know if Excel is updated? I have people I follow on LinkedIn. They always post when Excel is updated. So I get information informed immediately when Excel is updated. I can go and play with the new function. I try to build something with the new function. So perfection doesn't exist. So you get now. There's no perfection. You can't build the best dashboard. You have to build it. There's this girl on Twitter. Her name is Tina. I know most of us will know her. And she did a dashboard, I think a year ago, that made her to go viral. Believe me, that's not her first dashboard. Her first dashboard could probably be worse than that. Do you get it now? So don't always look for perfection. Build that dashboard in Excel. Build nonsense. Post it on the internet. People will criticize you. From there, you improve on your what? On your dashboard skill. You get it now. So allow yourself to go. And this is very, very important. So this freelancing that we're all talking about is a marathon, not a sprint. So if I show you how I started, started from this single room apartment here with on this plastic chair with my black laptop. Now over time, you get it now. I've grown to I'm already working in my current workstation. I've not improved it more than this, but at least this third picture is my current workspace. You get it now. But look at where I started from. So allow yourself to go. Don't push yourself. See other people's success as a motivation. Don't try to feel bad. Don't feel bad when somebody posts a new laptop that they just got from freelancing money or a new deal. No, don't feel bad. See it as a motivation. Me too, I also get something like this. There are also people I look up to that they are buying Tesla and I can't afford Tesla yet. You get it now. So don't look down on yourself. Just allow yourself to go and you'll do great. So perfection. So don't self-adjust yourself. When you see a job, but at least you have an idea about it, give it a shot, apply to that job. Make sure the job at least you can solve. Sometimes I won't like sometimes I still Google my way. I want some jobs to do it. I still Google as a tech person, you must know how to use Google. You get it now. You must know how to use Google to solve some challenges. You must know how to use AI, ChatGPT. You get it now to write some Excel function, Power BI function. You get it now. At least you seek help from those tools. They are not yet to take our job. It's not even possible. I see a lot of people saying advanced AI can take our job. So at least for now, for the next 5, 10 years, you're still doing fine. They can't take your job. You get it now. So try other platforms. So in this section, I really talk about what? We really talk about Upwork. So try other platform. Most of the knowledge is applicable to other platforms. You get it now. Try other platform also. Try LinkedIn. Try other places and spread your wings. So don't limit yourself to Upwork alone. But the knowledge you've learned, you can try it on LinkedIn. It's going to work. You can try it on remote job website. It's going to work. Learn about other ways to also apply to search for jobs, like I mentioned earlier. The other ways also that can apply for job on another platform, and I've shown you all of them. So reality versus expectation. So the reality is that it's going to be tough. So it is a numbers game. No matter the platform you are using, it's a numbers game. You need to apply to more jobs that you can imagine. So what you can control is application. I think I showed us earlier. So over the last 4 years that at least I started freelancing during the onset of the COVID-19, that is early 2020 when the COVID-19 started. And since that time, I've applied to over 400 jobs. You can see 409 jobs. And in the out of that 409 jobs, I've only won these are not pocket. I don't know. I'm not talking about LinkedIn, no. As I've only won 18 jobs out of that 409. No, my success rate is very, very low. Compare 400 to 18. That is very, very low. But to be I can't remember. I can't remember I applied for 400. So I want to check it now. I can't remember because out of these 18 jobs, I've already applied to what over 400. It is a number. So what you can control is the number of jobs you apply to. Just like every every other job process out there, when you submit jobs to companies, so they are not expecting them to hire immediately. You're going to apply to more jobs and more jobs. Do you get it now? So apply to more jobs as you can. Then I think this year I've really applied for less than I've not applied to up to 20 jobs this year alone, and I think I've almost done up to 5K this year alone. Even though with the way I've been learning and doing a lot of learning, please, I've earned up to 5K this year alone, and I've not applied to compared to the number of jobs I applied to the previous year, it has reduced. You get it now? So that's how it is. So the more over time, the number of jobs you apply to will be less, and the more money you make will be much more higher than the number of jobs you apply to. You get it now? So that's one of the tip takeaway from here. So this is the reality. So it's not going to be easy to be sincere. So it's not going to be easy. So this is the actual reality. It's going to be in circles. You get tired, but the most important thing is you have to be consistent. That's just it. Consistency matters in this freelancing. Yet now you have to be very, very consistent with it to be what to survive the freelance space. So that's just the truth. So thank you very much for the section. So it was really interesting sharing some of my methods, some of the ways I've been able to survive as a data professional for the past few years and how I've become a full-time freelancer. So feel free to connect with me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. Come to my DM. I'll surely I'm always ready to help. I may not reply immediately. I promise to reply within 24 hours. I reply to my message within 24 hours. If it is urgent, if it is something that you feel it is urgent, you can just give me a call or on the platform, whatever platform you could make call with, I'll surely reply to you. So alright, so if you have any question or any contribution in any, so you can just let me know in the comment section. Alright, no problem, Evans. So I'll be happy to connect with you also on LinkedIn.
All right, thank you so very, very much. We are grateful for your time and for pouring out your wealth of knowledge. Okay, I don't think there's any message here. If we have any message, you can drop it. But to show your, I know that we can't speak currently. But to show your appreciation, can you use an emoji? Thank you. I think I'm seeing some persons clapping. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Yeah. Okay, we'll send the recordings, but one other good thing is he streamed on YouTube. So I would also share the YouTube link. I think whichever one works better, I would share it as long as we registered. So between now and the next one 1 hour or thereabout, I will send out everything. If I don't, before this time tomorrow, you will get it. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We want you to be very profitable in your career so that you don't give up on the way. Let me use that.
Exactly.
So you don't give up on the way. The way the economy is right now, we just need plenty wings every corner to grab in what you can grab because prices of things keep growing up and we must survive. We must survive and not just survive, but we must survive legitimately.
Yeah,
We must survive rightly, and we need to give the younger ones hope too. So, like I said when we started, it's not about having knowledge, but it's all about applying those knowledge. So, go into your platforms. You can start with Upwork, since it's the one at least he has showed us lots of things to work on. Jump into Upwork and do justice to your profile, and then. But remember, you need to be skillful. You are being paid for your skills. So if you feel you are not yet skillful enough, you can give yourself 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to do one or two things. Where, like you said, it's a continuous learning. Give yourself time to grow. Don't be afraid. And Thank you so much again. From my end, it's a beautiful evening. At the juncture, I don't think anyone else has anything. So we can stop recording now, and you can leave the meeting if you wish to. Thank you again, our brother and our senior colleague. As of
Yeah.
2020, where was I? Nothing concerned me and data. It's well.